Coach, sorry, I just forgot that you guys are playing. You're playing TS Galaxy. Everybody's been impressed since you and Coach Thabo September have taken over. Just how impressed are you with the Chippa squad that you found at your disposal?
Yeah, thanks for the positive message about the improvement in the team. There's slow progression in the team. It's a good squad, a blend of a lot of experienced players and some youngsters. And on arrival, we had to find a balance, and then also try to do more what is best with the players that we have, rather than to do a whole squad change, because we just didn't have the time. So we believe we have a good squad. We believe there's a lot of good talent coming in from Eastern Cape. There's good players also from the DDC team. And the key is to try and find the balance. And even now, we feel that we're not there yet. But the team has shown good improvement. We look a little bit better organized. We create a lot more chances now to score. We still need to improve on the finishing. We believe that we defend better as a team now, the structure of the team to defend better as a team. And tactically, we adapt well to the games and the opponents that we're playing. But the idea when we first arrived was we had a look at all the games that Chippa has played under the previous coach. And because we have the same players, the idea was not to make radical changes, but rather to try and improve on what has been done and slowly introduce the things that we're doing.
It's not to be funny or anything, but there's a lot of talk in the media and social media about Coach Morgan Mammila and things like that. But what does he bring to your technical team? Because he's still there.
Yeah.
And obviously you guys seem happy with him to be around there.
Yeah, I think, it's something that has been talked about a lot. Coach Morgan was the coach of the team. Coach Morgan has been there for a while. He's also been to Swallows as a technical director or a technical advisor, and he sat on the bench with Musa. So in 2021, I had an offer to go and join Chippa when he was the head coach, and he had asked me to come and be his assistant coach. So from that perspective, we developed a relationship, and going into a club where we are continuing on the squad that we had, we felt with Coach Thabo that we needed a person like him for the transition. For a smooth transition of managing the players, because changing coaches brings different dynamics to teams. Certain teams you find that players maybe have an attachment to the previous coach or something. It's the first head coaching stint for both myself and Thabo September, so we also need to be cautious and not just go diving into the swimming pool with excitement. So you need someone that has got that experience of managing in that environment, because it's not just the tactics, it's also managing the players, it's also managing the office, the management of the club. So Coach Morgan, over and above the work that he has done technically, but he also helps us a lot with the management of the squad, with dealings with the players, the individual players, with understanding the players, with managing the club as a whole in terms of communication with management, because we're still new in the environment. And when we go to Chippa, everybody says you must go with one bag or so. I think Coach Morgan is helping us prolong that stay. So we're happy to have him. I think we have an understanding with him sitting on the bench. We have discussions about players, and like I say, we're still new with Coach Thabo. So there's certain players that, as much as we're working for over a month now there, that we don't not really full understanding. But Coach Morgan is a technical director, so he gives us advice. Coach Thabo and myself are the head coaches of the club, and we provide the leadership of a tactical basis in the team.
I don't know what is the best way to put it, Coach, because it sounds a bit bizarre. You've been in football for a very long time, and to only have you now to be talking about first time as a head coach and so on. I mean, I know they say better late than never, but do you feel a bit late? Do you feel maybe the opportunity came soon?
I don't know how to answer that question. I think it's more, without being arrogant or anything, I think it's a reflection of our country and how football is viewed in our country. I always say to people, in 2004, I was an assistant coach to Pitso Mosimane when he first started. I had the same opportunity probably that Rulani had when he first started. It's about people believing. I think it comes down to that. It's about people believing that you can do the job. Fortunately, I have the experience of having worked with youth also, and have created I believe, a very good profile with youth players, producing young players. I have the experience of having worked in the PSL with Pitso, with Coach Kevin Johnson as his assistant, with Stuart Baxter. I've worked with Kevin. But like they say, rather late than never. Maybe the time had to be now to gain the experience. We're different personalities. And some players start playing professional at 26, 27. I'm taking on the head coaching baton over 40. But, I think I appreciate the opportunity. I really have to be thankful to Chippa, and they've been chasing me for a while to come down. So it's good to see that somebody sees something, not just a youth coach, but a highly qualified coach, same qualifications as many other coaches in the PSL, Coach Pitso, Coach Manoba, Coach Steve, shared the same classes. But I think it's a big opportunity, and I'm thankful to Chippa and the chairman and the board, and hopefully we can give back to South African football, not just Chippa United, but to South African football, with the confidence that was put in us.
But why do you think people never believed? Because, everybody, when they talk youth football, they'd always speak about you with such, respect, and the amount of players that came from SuperSport as well, still respected. So why do you think it was never, people just never believed in you being a head coach?
I don't know. Maybe I don't attract the media enough. Sometimes when you do well at youth, people tag you as a youth coach. But I think also there's a lack of homework from others because, like I say, in 2004, to be an assistant coach to Pitso, who's now probably one of the best in Africa. So there are a few people that have had the confidence. When I left SuperSport United in Pretoria, Kelly's took me, the chairman of Pretoria, Kelly's, Mr. Malada, had confidence in me because of the work that he had seen me doing, and for Chippa now. But I think we need to look at football a little bit differently from a tactical perspective. I think a lot of the times we look at people that are famous or people that make a lot of noise rather than the quality. And there are a lot of quality coaches, not just myself, that are not on the platform. But I appreciate the opportunity, and I hope by doing well at this level, we can represent those that are not given the opportunity, and hopefully they can be recognized also.